All right, guys, so going to be doing brakes on my 2011 Jetta Sport Wagon. Just want to show you guys what's on the ground. Brake pads, I got a tube of grease, 14 millimeter, torque wrench with a 17 millimeter for the wheels, impact driver, a jack, and I got to go get a jack stand. Those are all the tools you need to do brake pads. $17 on Amazon. They're Bosch, so it's not like they're just like some knockoff brand. And hopefully this video is to save you guys a good bit of money. Once I get the car jacked up and on jack stands, I'm going to make this video as quick as humanly possible and going to jump straight into it. So once I get this on, I'm literally going to do I'm not going to time lapse it. It's going to be real time doing the pads and showing you guys exactly how it looks. And the reason I have the tube of grease is I'm going to put it on the ends of the brake pads so that they slide in the sliders really well, because that did not come with new sliders. Guys, so got the wheel off. I'm going to use it as a chair here. And best thing I can do to show you guys is there's a bolt here, and hopefully you can see that, and right there. And these are both 14 millimeters. And a tool that I didn't, now that I'm in this, that I forgot to bring up, was you do need a brake caliper compressor tool, and I will show you guys that as soon as I get this off. All right, so okay, so this is actually spinning right here where my thumb is, so I do have a crescent wrench. All I'm gonna do is try to put that on there real quick. That should stop it. I don't know the exact size of that, but might need to get that exact size. All right, guys, so this currently where I'm at, the 14 up top got removed and the 14 on the bottom. So you're gonna have a little bit of force here. You might have to use your wrench or maybe a screwdriver or something to get the brake caliper off. I don't know if this one's ever been off. There we go. Okay, so this is the piston inside of your brake caliper that you do need a special tool to actually spin back in. But for right now, we're just gonna set the caliper up there. All you have to do, pry your old pads off. These aren't the worst. They still got a little bit of life, but the other side was worn really bad because I had a bad wheel bearing. So I figured I'd just replace these while I'm at it. On the back side, got off. And again, there was some life left, but I got new ones. So the Bosch kit that I got off Amazon was like $17, and it did not come with new sliders. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of grease in here on the sliders and right before I put the new pads in. And I will be honest with you, this could probably use a new set of rotors, but if you want to know, like I can feel a groove in them when I'm doing this, and that's kind of your determination if they need them or not. $17 pads for now, and we'll see if we can get the rest of the summer out of these rotors. All right, so brake pads are on the ground. Here they are. And all I'm gonna do, take a tube of grease, just a little on the sliders. It's gonna make it very easy. And then once I get the orientation down, which is like this, all I'm gonna do, kind of gotta finesse them just a little to find that sweet spot. There we go. Gonna do the same exact thing. Tube of grease, a little bit on the sliders. And it'll be like the same thing, just a little finesse to get them in. I always found out by like putting them in kind of like crooked like that is always like your best bet. Yep, and just like that. Both of them are in. They're both flush with the rotor. You want to make sure of that. And now I'm going to have to pause the video and go get the tool, but I will show you how the tool works to spin that piston back in And the reason that this piston has to be spun back in is because the new brakes are actually thicker and it won't slide back on. And normally you can just put a cheap C-clamp in here and push this, but when they have these little grooves, I'm hoping the video is capturing that. They have these little grooves in the piston like that, you know that you need the tool. So let me go grab the tool, show you guys how that works, and then we'll get it back together. Of course, forget to press play. Got the brake tool set up in here. You can get these from like Harbor Freight. They're extremely cheap. And all I'm gonna do is spin it. And what that's gonna allow me to do, hopefully the video is showing the right quality, but that's allowing me to spin this, and the piston and the brake caliper is compressing. I visually can see that. I'm just trying to get it flush before I take the brake tool back out. And I will show you. Yep, there you go. Stop spinning. So now I'm going to undo the brake tool like so. This is what the brake tool looks like. That's the whole box of it. But anyway, you guys can hopefully see that the piston and the brake caliper is fully flush. And now it should slide on there relatively easy, like so. And should be able to thread 14s back in. And the point of this, guys, is I know I got kind of a chest mount camera on to see if it's helping, but the point of this stuff is to basically save you guys money. Like, really, you guys should not be spending hundreds of dollars to do this at a brake shop. If you have some very, very basic tools, you could definitely get this job done in your garage. And that's kind of the whole point of our YouTube channel, is if you don't want to try it and you have no desire, then that's always your option too. But if you want to save a couple bucks to do it yourself, that's what the channel's all about. And working on cars is a lot like, I don't know, it's like a puzzle. Like, they can really only go together one way. It's not, people make cars seem like they're super, super complicated, and they're really not. So all I'm doing right now is I'm holding a crescent wrench because it's spinning on top right there. And all I'm gonna do is snug that up. There is a torque spec to this. I highly recommend you look that torque spec up. I do not know it. And this is how we're gonna do brakes today, but I highly encourage you to look that torque spec up, and I am not responsible at all for what happens. So I tighten this up. All right, guys, that's it. That's how you do brakes on your 2011 Jetta Sport Wagon. Pretty much all Mark 6 TDIs, pretty much all probably Volkswagens in general are probably exactly like that. So if this helped you, saved you some money, anything, make sure you like the video, subscribe, and remember, support those who support you. Until next time, guys, take care.